No one's called me butthead since the 3rd grade.
Maybe not to your face.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Open Arms Reactions. My name's Casper Fox, this is Mortius, and today we're here with Legally Blonde.
We are making our way through Act 2. It has been, in the real world, quite a bit of time since Act 1. We got to meet each other in Chicago for the first time, which was an absolute blast, and just so much has happened. Casper's been working on a brand new musical he's writing that I don't think we've mentioned in this series. I'm working on my own EP. We've just been so busy since we got back from Chicago, and since we recorded all of Act 1 before then, we had enough banked that we were able to delay it a little bit. But now we are here with Act 2, and I couldn't be more excited because I didn't even tell Casper this off screen. This video contains my favorite song on the show.
Oh shit.
I'm really excited for this. We are getting into Whipped into Shape and Take It Like a Man. I think you are going to really like both of these songs. I think Whipped into Shape was just a goofy, fun Act 2 opener, and then, like I said, Take It Like a Man is literally my favorite song on the show, and I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on it. After a whole, gosh dang, like 3-week break, do you remember where we left off in Act 1?
Yes, so Elle got the internship along with a bunch of important characters, obviously. And you told me, because I was very confused, because I thought the entire musical was going to be about leading up to this whole internship and stuff like that. But the main thing about Act 2 is this whole trial thing with the blood in the water teacher.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Professor Callahan, exactly.
Yes.
He came in and mentioned... Yes, exactly. I hate you. He came in and mentioned that there was a big name murder trial with like a popular, like a celebrity defendant, and that's why he was posting the internships early. So yeah, we hop right into that in Act 2. Like, this very first song is already laying the groundwork for that. So I'm really excited to share it with you. And if you don't have any other thoughts, I think we're just gonna hop right on into Act 2 of my favorite musical with Whipped into Shape. Pew.
To being the best that we can be. Yeah. So grab your cardio with 5,000. Because if you want to get ripped, you've got to get whipped.
Okay.
So, big start.
Yeah, so that's our celebrity, I assume.
So this is Brooke Wyndham, who is established as having a, like, celebrity tape. Basically, I know you're a baby and I don't even know if you know, but, you know, like, the old, like, workout VHSs from, like, the 90s? Are you even familiar with that, like, concept?
I know what a VHS is, but not the workout ones, no.
No, like, it was, like, think almost like a early like pre-social media and influencer version of like Peloton. Like, the concept, the idea, you don't know what that is either. Great. Basically, imagine just like, to encourage you to work out, you buy like a VHS from someone who has like the body type you want, and they walk you through workouts. Like, they basically, and they usually have like products, which is how they make money in addition to the VHS. Like, you'll see this with this jump rope that she has. It's like, oh, buy my weights, do these exercises with it, you can look like me. Like, that was kind of the whole product gimmick, and that's what we're being presented with here.
Gotcha.
Cool. Just had to give you the, just had to give my Gen Z co-host the necessary context of what a workout DVD is.
In our daily commitment to being the best that we can be. Yeah. So grab your cardio with 5,000. Because if you want to get ripped, you've got to get whipped. Do you want an easy miracle? Do you want to lose a pound or two? Then you can turn this off right now. My workout's not for you. I'm talking to the woman who wants it all. Gotta pay for what you get. Cause size 2 clothes don't come to those too lazy to sweat. I want you whipped into shape. When I say jump, say how high. You know you do it.
Yeah.
When you start to ride, you don't look like you should. You got to whip it good. I'm sorry, ladies, no escape. Till you're whipped into shape. Come on, Sabrina, you heifer. Whipped into shape. I hate you, Brooke, and I love you for it.
So, can Can you
Okay.
imagine singing this song while jump
I was about to
roping?
say, yeah, that is some very demanding choreography
That is
here. And they're
wild.
they're on pitch as well, which is
Oh,
very,
yeah.
very, very impressive.
And
yeah.
it's not like
Yeah.
the craziest high belts or anything like that, but it's still some like
Still,
whipped
that
into
is tough.
shape. Like it's got some
Yeah.
good like chest to it, and it doesn't
Like,
sound
even-
breathy at all. Yeah.
Even so, you had these jumps that were at least a couple of notes wide, and having to accurately do these jumps while
Whip it,
having
whip it, whip
like this
it.
core score, yeah, like nah, which is only like a one or two, like a half step or something
Yeah.
like that. But you had these like whipped into shape,
Yeah.
having these jumps there while having to actually sustain properly. Right, it's very impressive that they can do that. Yeah.
They're jumping while jumping. It's amazing.
Come on, Sabrina, you heifer! Look it out, Jamie Shake! I hate you, Brooke, and I love you for it! Hey, why'd you pause
We
it?
have a lot to cover. Meet our brand new client, Brooke. You can laugh, but she's made tons. Offer DVDs and book. Whip your way to tighter buns. Happily married, so she swears to her 60-year-old stud. Till stepdaughter came downstairs and found Brooke all covered in his blood. If Brooke took a plea, I'd have her out in 3 to 4. But she claims she did not kill him. Did she? Let's watch some more.
Dude. Okay.
I know,
Wow.
we're establishing court drama very fast in
Yeah.
Act 2, and I love it. So, happily married, so she swears, till stepdaughter comes downstairs and finds Brooke covered in his blood. And then I love if she took a plea, I'd have her out in 3 to 4, but she claims she didn't do it. Do you follow all of that? I don't know how much
Yeah.
court drama or
So
anything you watch, but
yeah, if she pleads guilty, she gets 3 to 4 years of prison, and then
because
that's
he
it. But
knows
yeah,
he knows he's a good enough criminal lawyer to like even if she pleads guilty to murder, he can
Yeah.
still have her out in under 5 years with good
Sure.
behavior because he knows how
Yeah.
good he and his team are. But she swears she doesn't do it, so and then we get to part 2. I also love the effect of like them essentially watching the DVDs and like pausing it to talk about the case. It's a really cool format to set up Act 2.
It's incredible. It's the first time I've seen two essentially different places being used for one set. So they actually mix here like the jump rope or whatever this video thing into the whatever practice room they're in, and then have and what I really found cool and I didn't notice because the jump rope whatever thing is actually like stiff so that it looks like she's like mid-air with her like jump rope over her head, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm a little curious. This seems like a really high profile case. So very, very brave of Mr. Callahan to bring a lot of like a lot of new blood to this. His entire team is essentially interns, right? I would think you'd want more advanced people, but I mean I think that's like a whatever, you know.
That's fair. I do get what
yeah.
you're saying.
Well, it's more than just a workout, it's a defensive weapon too. Simply wrap it round your assailant's neck and pull till he turns blue. You can also use the patented handle grip to shatter your attacker's spine. For 3 small payments of $19.99. Let him lift into shape when you get grief from a guy. Just work him over your dick till he starts to cry. If you don't act like you should, you got to whip it good. It gets you out of any scrape and gets you whipped into shape. Come on, people! Whipped into shape. What does not kill us makes us hotter!
Okay, hands, who thinks she's guilty? Okay, now here is where you kids come in. Brooke has trouble trusting me. I'm her only chance to win, but I don't speak MTV. Though Brooke won't help her own defense, she may listen to her peers. Go and place a little sense in the space between her ears.
So that's part of his logic is bringing in younger blood might allow him to connect to the client in a way that wouldn't be
Sure.
expected.
That makes sense. Okay, well then Elle's perfect for like she seems like the same type of
Exact-
this is
yes.
like literally same universe, right? But also did you see that like everyone but Elle thinks that she's guilty?
I was wondering if you
just,
caught that. I
boom,
almost
boom.
paused
Yeah.
there. Yep.
So really cool stage. Two things. Number one is that the table went into the ground, which is like really cool stage tech there. Also number two, well I guess 3 things. So it's also that she's holding that bridge stance for a while.
Oh, I need to
That's
share one other
incredible,
thing.
man.
Oh, when we get to the
Yeah.
end. But yes. No, when we get
Okay,
towards
yeah.
the end of the song. But yeah, no, that's
Yeah, you're so
amazing.
fine.
She's so talented.
Oh yeah, and then obviously MTV applause, bro.
Well, I
Is
don't.
that-
Do you know why? I don't know if you caught it in the
'cause
middle
on
parts.
MTV.
Exactly. This is a pro shot
Yeah.
specifically for MTV,
Yeah.
and the audience knew that, so that's why there was kind of a
Okay, so
funny little thing.
does it? Do they normally say MTV, or was that like exclusive
No,
to this one?
I think that's still part of the normal one,
Okay.
which still tracks
Okay.
with the lyrics, but it just happened
Sure.
to be extra funny for this specific pro shot. But
Yeah.
I'm like 95% sure the cast recording still says MTV there, but I'll check and tell Pat if I'm wrong. Also, hi Pat, thank you for editing. You're wonderful.
Pat.
Anyways.
Not now. I want her whipped into shape. If there's a brain in that hair, tell her that I am the key. It's a plea or the chair. See, when I talk to her, I get neither plea nor plan nor alibi. To quote from our defendant's tape, I want her whipped into shape. To the jail.
Nice one.
To the jail. we love LGBT rep.
Boston Women's Correctional Facility does not mean we can't become the best that we can be. Here we go. Circle, circle, under, over, through, around. Again. Good.
There's some really impressive choreography.
Oh yeah.
All right, ladies, we can't break out of here, but we sure can break a sweat. Left, right, good. Left, right, You got to. Like prison, ladies, no escape until you're whipped into shape. Whipped into shape. Swipe it, swipe it through. Check it up. Double jump. Swipe it through. Check it out. Double jump. That's right. You got it.
Wow.
And that's our
Banger.
Act 2 opener.
My God.
I
Dude,
knew
and
you
we
would
have
love that
really-
one.
Oh yeah, it's a good and dude. Something I don't know if we're gonna have to like censor this, but it's a term that we used in my high school. It's called a guitar. And
Okay.
it's essentially. So do you know that like like this
yeah.
really like that's
Yes.
which was very very present here, which is nice. It shows like that physicality. This song is really heavily.
I like that,
like,
actually.
portraying with this thing. Yeah,
The
which is
kind
nice.
of the
Also-
emphasis on like the sexuality and things like that. That's interesting.
Exactly, and her voice, the lead voice here, our defendant here, Brooke, has these like so they're called, and you often see it in pop music
Mm-hmm.
where you have vocalists having like this little pop at the end of their like vocals, right?
Yeah.
And it's something here because on one hand, it's also gonna make it easier for when you're on stage and you're moving a lot and you're doing this very hard choreography. Your voice is gonna be more tentative to like break or pop like this.
Mm-hmm.
And here, she has a healthy balance of especially in the end when it's getting hyper and hyper, where she's maybe doing a bit more of a wild choreography that she has these like vocal pops out there. And then obviously we get the some big changes coming motif in the
Yes.
in the violin, yeah, which is actually something I was re-listening, something that is also being used by a musical from around. So Legally Blonde the musical, this is like what, early 2000s, 1990s, what are we, yeah, which is around the same time frame as Heathers started kind of being and in Heathers you actually have, for example, if you listen to Candy Store, you have this violin when a big change is about to happen. So
Interesting.
I'm beginning to question if this is a Legally Blonde exclusive thing or maybe something they did for arranging in like 90s 2000s, who knows.
Interesting. That little bit of consistency across that is kind of intriguing. That's a fair question. All right, but yeah, so that's Whipped into Shape. It's
Wonderful.
it's such a wonderful Act 2 opener. And
Yeah.
like we said, it just sets the stage so well for our defendant, for the case, for just everything that we are getting into, for what Elle's involvement likely will be versus everyone else. Like it's really, really good. So let's get to the speaky part before we get to my favorite song.
Miss Wyndham, you got some visitors.
Ms. Wyndham, I'm Emmett Forrest, your co-counsel from Stidwell, Ziskowski, Fox, and Callahan. These 4 interns are the cream of the crop at Harvard Law. We're here to whip up your legal defense. Incidentally, my mom is a big fan of your DVDs, credits you with her nutcracker butt. Her words. Anywho, we'd love to discuss your case and go over a few choices. We want to free you as soon as possible so that you can bring your message back to your fans.
Well, good. That's all I want. This ought to be easy.
To free you, the jury is going to need to hear an alibi.
Not gonna happen.
Then you should accept a plea bargain.
And admit to something that I didn't do?
But with a plea bargain, you'd get out in a couple of years. That sounds reasonable, right?
Reasonable to do time for my husband's killer. Not really.
Whoa, she's tough.
Which seems... Oh, hold on. Sorry, I broke it. I tried to press something and broke it on my end. But, yeah, so, like, everything she's saying seems reasonable, except for her absolute refusal to even provide an alibi.
So there's something, she was doing something at the time of her husband said, like, that is so shameful to her that she feel like she has to lie. Usually when I watch these kinds of, it's that either there's some affair going on, but it's hard to, like, we have no context here, and I don't know.
That's fair.
What
Yeah.
So
and
there's
it
probably
would
something
be
that she was
interesting
ashamed
if
of.
she was so... Because in a fit, like, if the thing that was shameful was an affair, would she be so aghast to, like, admitting to her husband's murder? Like, it seems like she's wants justice for her husband's murder as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but I like where your brain's going so far.
Sister! No! Not related! You know what? I need a legal team that knows I'm innocent. Get out of here. All of you. Guard!
Go on, Elle.
Who is the girl with loyal friends and true?
Who?
What?
Who has a bond as strong as crazy glue?
Who?
Who can sound the call and sisters all come through?
Who? Delta new, Delta new. You are a Delta new.
Brooks Delta New!
Yeah, she's a nice. Common ground.
Exactly,
Well done,
that common
Elle.
ground, that connection, especially with, you mentioned a dozen times in Act 1 about how important the women supporting women is here and how that's portrayed through the sorority. And so here we get that kind of continuation of, like, now she's like, oh, I know I have someone in my corner if she's also Delta
Yeah.
Nu. I love that.
Delta new, Delta new, you are a Delta new!
Laura Bell Bundy is so good at that squeak.
Former UCLA President Elle Woods. I knew I recognized your mugshot.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah. Your DVDs got me in shape to be June in the Girls of UCLA calendar.
That is so great. Thank God somebody on this legal team gets me.
Sisterhood's forever. I believe you, Brooke, and I will fight with everything I have to clear your good name. But that involves an alibi.
I can't tell it.
Everyone has their secrets. For years, I denied my highlights.
It's beyond highlights, Elle. It's a disgrace. My secret is nuclear, and if it gets out, I could lose my fitness empire.
She's
which
not a
means
blonde, naturally.
everything to me. If I tell you, will you Delta Nu, sister, swear not to tell anybody?
I will double Delta Nu, sister swear.
What are all these
You're
hand signs,
hardcore.
bro?
Okay, here it is. On the day that my husband was killed, I had...
What?
Oh,
I can't hear you. You're gonna have to...
liposuction, minimally invasive, outpatient lipo, butt lipo.
Wyndham, your time's up.
I had to do it. Serious cottage cheese was showing up on my ass.
Your secret's safe with me.
My followers are depending on me. I cannot let them down. You have to take care of me, Elle. You swore.
Elle,
So someone whose
Gotcha. So
entire
something
physical appearance is based on this idea that you could become like me if you work out like me was actually using something artificial to achieve that image, and that would destroy her image and reputation.
That makes sense.
Totally makes sense. And
I mean-
well, like it's a good continuation of like something that is simultaneously kind of shallow while also being very valid,
Yeah.
which kind of is something we've experienced a couple times with Delta Nu. It's like, yeah, it's a little bit shallow, but it's also like, it's understandable. Like, it makes sense
for
for
sure.
what your priorities are in the life that you lead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because from like coming from a brand aspect of it, like you could totally like get ahead on this and then have an entirely unexplored market in the form of, because liposuction and any other artificial way to lose weight or alter your appearance is always frowned upon, right?
Yeah.
But there is this massive well, it's more likely more in newer times, so I understand why.
That's
maybe it's not
exactly. I
factored
could
here
tell
because
where
it's
you were
earlier.
going with
But
it,
in
and
the
I was
new-
like,
yeah. In the newer times, where, for example, stuff like hair transplants and everything related to artificially altering your appearance to make you feel better about yourself or how you look is way more acceptable now. So from a branding perspective, you could easily get ahead of this with like the right strategy. But probably back then,
not necessarily
when it was, like,
in 05 with like a very image-based
where it's still
platform.
relatively new, right? Isn't it
Yeah.
also relatively new, like stuff like that? Yeah, so they are probably essentially just seeing it as like you flick a switch and then you
Cheating,
take
exactly.
the easy way instead of putting it.
Yes, the easy way,
Okay, so that's very
exactly.
rich, but, yeah,
Cool.
that's understandable.
I like that perspective, and I like that you brought some sort of branding management into it.
It's been a while.
Yeah, exactly.
The guard just took her back.
Great.
But I got the alibi.
You're kidding. Well, so what is it?
I'm afraid I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because I double Delta News' sister swore not to.
Monk joke.
This is not some little sorority thing.
Oh, I know, it's a big sorority thing. But don't worry, Brooke really had nothing to do with this. Think about it. Brooke's a fitness queen, exercise gives you endorphins, and endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't kill.
Emmett, a word.
Elle, are you serious? If you don't give up the alibi, we will all lose this case.
Well, then I guess we're not very good lawyers.
Oh, would you stop being a Maryland? Look, Pooh Bear, Elle,
Ew.
Callahan wants that alibi. Give it to him, and you can sail through law school, knowing that there's a fat job offer waiting for you when you get out.
But I gave Brooke my word.
So what? Who cares?
Who cares?
Damn it, let me be very clear. This is your chance. I gave you simple instructions. Lead this legal team and get me an alibi. You're 0 for 2. Everyone, field trip's over. Let's...
Well, as in, like, lead the legal team, get the alibi. And he's basically saying, like, they're all squabbling over that. He's saying, like, you haven't done a good job getting them all together, and you haven't
Yeah,
gotten my
gotcha.
alibi. That's the 0 for 2.
go back to
Gotcha,
work.
okay.
Except you two. I'd rather not see Ratty Corduroy or Legally Blonde again today.
Hey!
Roll credits.
Emmett, I'm sorry.
I don't need you to be sorry. I need you to tell me the alibi.
Well, I can't because I gave Brooke my word. But having an alibi is not the only way to win this case.
No, but it sure would help.
Work with me. We can free Brooke the right way, the noble way.
This is not a Lifetime original movie, Elle. I'm not interested in nobility right now. I'm more interested in saving Brooke's life.
No, you're not. You're more interested in impressing Callahan.
Well, he is my boss. If I impress him, he's going to make me associate.
By jeopardizing your client's trust and our integrity.
Well, when you put it that way...
Exactly, you butthead.
Butthead.
My
Wait
word
for-
means something, and I know yours does too.
No one's called me butthead since the 3rd grade.
Maybe not to your face. Oh, come on, let's get out of here.
Why do you always have to be right?
I don't have to be. When I'm with you, I just am. You want to impress Callahan? I can help.
Okay, how?
Listen, I love your scruffy vibe, but Casual Friday is so not in Callahan's vocabulary. You gotta look the part if you want to get ahead.
Elle, didn't your mother ever teach you about not judging a book by its cover?
She did, but I also know that books with tattered covers stay on the shelf.
Oh, thanks a lot.
This isn't a perfect world.
I love his sound image. This is a perfect world. So, before, as you can tell by the instrumental, we are about to hop into this song that I adore with all of my heart. But a lot of dialogue since last we paused. Elle kind of talking through the morality of the situation, of being like, but is it worth betraying our client's trust? Talking about how, like, he needs to look the part. Just, do you have any major thoughts? I know we've paused a lot this episode already because there's been some good stuff, and I love this show, but
I really love like two things. Number one is that the chemistry the
I
two on
know,
screen here
right?
is really fantastic. Yeah, you really feel it because it's very often like I've seen in like some movies and stuff that way. You just have two people playing lovers on screen that just do not have the chemistry, you know. But then number two is that like when Callahan told him off and be like legally blonde and whatever the fuck.
Ratty Corduroy.
Ratty Corduroy, yeah. He took off. What I really like is he took off the time, meaning like work guy is out right now, and now we're just back to me.
No, I remember.
chilling
Yes.
legally blonde, right? Yeah, it's a really nice visual here. Yeah. Oh, is he gonna get like a businessman makeover now?
He might. Let's go ahead and see with my favorite song, Take It Like a Man. Here we go.
I haven't been judged my whole life. You think it wasn't a good idea to make navy my new pink?
No, that was a good idea.
I know.
Where are we going exactly?
Hey, Casper. Just as a complete side, you're gonna see that and be like, absolutely no way. Have you, as she says, do you think it was a good idea making navy my new pink? Have you ever been curious why my vest is navy blue instead of black?
No shot. No, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
This whole outfit is 100% based on my favorite show. The fact that I chose navy blue to go with my pink instead of black for like my main channel outfit. Not only for this series, but also just the outfit I've had on my main channel for multiple years. By the way, if you've missed it, we both have solo channels. This is what they're called. Go follow the links in the description. But yeah, my navy blue vest also comes to an extent from this show.
Damn, they match really well with your Razer headphones. Don't you have like a promo code for that?
I do have a promo code for that. Thanks for mentioning it. I recently got a Razer sponsorship since we recorded Act 1. So if you want to be able to hear music in the way I do, consider following the link that... Are we putting my affiliate link in the description for our videos?
Sure, if we...
I don't know.
Never mind.
I think it's tinyurl.com/Razer Mortius. So if we forget to put it in the description, it's pretty easy to follow because I made a tiny URL for it. Have you not seen that? Are you laughing at the fact that this is called Razer Mortius?
Razer Mortius, like
Razer Mortius.
With her face on it.
Okay, anyways, thank you. Yes, that's Vest lore and Razer sponsorship. Let's watch the song.
You trust me, don't you?
Of course.
Then don't stop now.
Speaking of that chemistry, come on, man.
What is this place?
A big change.
It's called a department store.
It's beautiful.
First, a deep breath. Take it all in. Feel all those halogens warming your skin. Smell how they pump in pure oxygen. See they care.
Love,
Excuse me?
love, the new fragrance from Chanel.
Oh, no. Thank you.
I know you're scared. Nevertheless, think of the people you want to impress. Swallow your pride for me, just not yet, and prepare. 'Cause something's in the air.
I think it's love.
Exactly. Here you'll become what you're supposed
But
to be.
before we get to this chorus, which is genuinely one of the most important choruses, when people were asking what my favorite line from this musical was, it was this chorus. But I love the, like, I think it's love bit, and then she just wraps a tie around and pulls him in close and just says, exactly.
Yeah.
Ah!
When she puts the new tie around him, that, like, change thing right there, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that is them now, like, actually realizing that they're falling in love with each other.
Ooh, that's the
I
change
think that's
here.
what that symbolizes, yeah. Because I think they've been flirting back and forth and feeling the
A bit,
chemistry.
yeah.
I think that's the moment where now they're actually, like, there, you know?
Oh, I like that. I like that take a lot. All right, I took it back a little bit so we could see the lead into the chorus, but...
Take it all in. Feel all those halogens warming your skin. Smell how they pump in pure oxygen. See they care.
Love,
Excuse me?
love, the new fragrance from Chanel.
Oh, bro.
No.
Duh.
What?
He's like, this entire situation, this entire song has to be them falling in love because this is like love, and he's like, wait, what?
Literally,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't catch that the first time?
No.
Gotcha. That makes your statements make way more sense.
Thank you.
I know you're scared. Nevertheless, think of the people you want to impress. Swallow your pride for me, just not yet, and prepare. 'Cause something's in the air.
I think it's love.
Exactly. Here you'll become what you're supposed to be. You think you can't, but you can. Think of the guy you want most to be. Here's your chance to make it, so take it like a man.
Casper. Here you become what you're supposed to be. You think you can't, but you can. Think of the guy you want most to be. Here's your chance to make it, so take it like a man. Honest to God, has been in the tattoo consideration at some point in my life. This, I adore this song and the message that it brings.
Amazing. Yeah, because normally when you hear this, when you hear "take it like a man," it is like they're rooted in some kind of toxic masculinity. I feel most of the times
100%,
that it
yes.
has. Yeah, but this is the first time I've heard it where it's actually in a positive / acceptable way of like proposing it, right? That's
Which
really
is
nice.
a great flip because so much of this has been taking like stereotypical femininity and like bring it in a positive light without diminishing it, without just being like, tomboy girl boss. Like, it's like, no, like, there's still femininity and that's valid and powerful. And here it's almost showing like, well, here's like this suit and tie, this stereotypical display of masculinity without having to be toxic, while it being this like very uplifting, this becoming who you are, which honestly resonates a lot with me as someone who doesn't necessarily identify with a ton of masculinity, but still very much appreciates the like suit and tie aesthetic. Like I love this song. It means so much to me as a person and as a musical enjoyer.
What does she want? Not really sure. Why can't we leave things the way that they were? Why can I never say no to her? What's that smell?
Subtext by Calvin Klein.
Full fourth wall break.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Subtext by Calvin Klein. Full on fourth wall break there. I'm glad you appreciated that as much as I hoped.
Can we leave things the way that they were? Why can I never say no to her? What's that smell?
Subtext by Calvin Klein.
That I don't like. That's kinda neat. Guys who wear that get beat up on my street. Still I've come this far. I can't retreat in my shell. I'm in the hands of hell. What the hell? You'll become what you're supposed to
The
be.
duet.
Oh yeah.
Think of the guy you want most to be. Here's your chance to make it, so take it like a man.
God, I love shopping for guys.
Okay, this is strange.
Watching them change right before my eyes.
Don't watch me change.
So the double entendre of like watching them change isn't like watching them turn into a new person, but also like watching them change before my eyes. Don't watch me change. They,
Oh my God,
like,
yeah, and-
you at the very beginning mentioned how good the chemistry was between them right before we got into Chemistry the song, and I was just like, oh, just wait.
And that changes happening motif is everywhere in
Very
this song,
frequent
and
here.
so much happening.
Which, because it's changing their relationship, as you said, it's
Yeah.
changing his outfit, it's changing his perspective on wearing, like, more formal clothes, as well as his perspective on her. There's so much change happening here. And man, you're so right about that motif. I can't believe I've never caught that connective piece. I'm so glad I introduced this to you.
His confidence grows, no bloom like a rose.
It's just clothes.
God, I love shopping for men.
Okay, this is nice.
Walk in a two, they walk out of 10.
Is this the price?
Don't worry, this is my treat. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There he is. And so, again, bringing that navy blue into it, kind of having a little bit more of that sort of what Elle's new appearance is, which also I feel like meshes really well because Callahan is often in either brown or when he's in like full, like when he's in classroom mode, he's got some browns, I believe, if I remember right. But lawyer mode, he's often in like full black. And so having this be like formal, but still a little bit of color, especially that navy color they just identified as being Elle's new pink. God, I love this show.
And also so many, like, it's such a double meaning because I love shopping for men can both mean buying clothes for men, but also like shopping for men is like a term for like.
That's true. I never even thought about that. That's cute. Yeah, but yeah, they're like nice. Walk into 2, they walk out of 10, and we've got a new Emmett here.
But you also just said watching them change, which is again double-sided. Watch them go from one person. Yeah, it's full of it. Very nice.
I
Lovely
know.
Structured song.
Whoa. I look like Warner.
Yeah.
But it's just me.
That's the best part.
Aww.
The outside is new, but now it reflects what's already in you. Couldn't change that if I wanted to, and I do not.
Thank you.
No, thank you. This is no gift. It's payment in kind, 'cause you saw beyond all the blonde to my mind. Oh, we've got to buy this. What are you, blind? You look hot.
Not quite the guy I'd have chose to be, but when she's standing so close to me, I think I like her plan. A chance to make it.
Oh yes. oh shit. Oh.
And that is Take It Like a Man.
Wonderful.
My favorite. And I've talked a lot about how, like, I view, like, favorite versus best, like, as a critique, I have to, or as someone who does online critique, I have to separate those. I also genuinely believe that's the second best song in the musical. That is my favorite because of how it connects to me, and if I like really had to make an objective ranking, maybe we'll do a tier list for this show eventually, this song sits at second place for me in like objective ranking, but first place in my heart. And that's actually where we stop for the day, because the next little bit of talking leads much more directly into the next song. My heart is so full. I started tearing up a little bit. I'm not surprised that song got me a little misty-eyed, but it always does to some extent. I'm so good. I don't think I have any thoughts other than what I already kind of paused and shared in the middle about just like why it's so meaningful to me, how it's kind of informed the version of me that I bring to thousands of people on a regular basis. So just, do you have any thoughts before we take us on out?
Quite honestly not. I think there's nothing that I can break down that can be said about what you just. I'm very happy I'm very thankful that you're showing this to me. It's awesome. It's great. I love this so far.
I'm very grateful that we've gotten to, and I'm glad I was a little worried about the big gap between Act 1 and Act 2 as far as real life recording, even though you guys still got the Act 1 finale last week, but it feels natural to hop right back into this with you. So, thank you guys very, very much for being here. Thank you so much to the patrons who are now scrolling on both sides of the screen because of how many of you there are now. We had to adjust it to now being like that. We appreciate you so very much. And as always, if you see these little boxes down beneath, if you have time, when you see the boxes right underneath us, please consider clicking, watching for at least a minute. It really helps out. Thank you very much. We will see you next time. Greet the world with open arms. Did I miss anything, Casper? I think that was all the outro things.
Thanks, editors. We love you.
Thanks, editors. Bye!